Every minute, 3 people get hired on LinkedIn. Every minute. So LinkedIn is an ocean of job opportunities. As a job seeker, you have to just make sure right recruiters come to your profile and get impressed. So I have devised smart strategies, reverse engineer from recruiter's point of view. So stay with me till the end of this video because I'll be sharing 5 smart strategies to attract right recruiters to your LinkedIn profile. Let's get right into it. I'll be using a small mind map so that you can focus on these smart strategies and start implementing immediately. The first strategy is the simplest one. You just have to indicate that you are open to work. And LinkedIn makes it super easy. It's just a feature for you to turn on. There are two types, there are two options. The first option makes it public. Everyone in your network notices and you get that green circle on your profile picture. I don't really recommend you turning on that feature because unless you are desperate, unless you are already laid off or you're still a student, unless you are one of these, I really don't recommend you using that option because everyone will know about it and you might get attracted by wrong recruiters as well. So there is a second option by which only recruiters on LinkedIn find you open to work. The second smart strategy is you have to communicate your career interest. Now, in the option you used in the first smart strategy, LinkedIn asks you for these 4 things. First is job title. LinkedIn asks you to specify 5 job titles you think you'll be perfect for. For example, SEO specialist, plant engineer, finance specialist, account executive. Such job opportunities, such job roles you can specify as job titles. You can also specify your preferred location. You can specify your start date that you are actively looking for or you're casually searching for a job. And you can also specify job types. For example, full-time, part-time, freelance, etc. Second thing is, you have to make sure that the keywords are specified in your entire LinkedIn profile. Because when recruiter is searching, a recruiter is using those keywords. So you have to identify those right keywords related to your industry and the job role you are looking for and the skills requirement. You can get those keywords from the job portals, looking at different job postings. Make sure these keywords are used in your entire LinkedIn profile. Also, you can use the headline and in summary, you can specify things like expert in, proficient in, 18 years of experience in this industry, proficient in this profile. You can use these specific things to make sure that you are actively communicating your career interests to the recruiter. The third strategy is get in spotlight. Now, what is spotlight? LinkedIn has another version for the recruiters called as LinkedIn Recruiter. And when the recruiter types in with keywords or the job role or location, usually they get thousands of profiles. So LinkedIn has a special filter, Spotlight. Usually recruiters use that feature. And LinkedIn shows only those 100 profiles which are under Spotlight. So you have to make sure that you are in that Spotlight. How to do that? So basically you have to understand LinkedIn SEO and hack the LinkedIn SEO for this. To get into the Spotlight, LinkedIn uses a complex algorithm, of course, but that algorithm uses these 5 things. The first one is likely to respond. See, obviously, recruiter wants to know whether you're active on LinkedIn, and if a recruiter knocks your door, you are going to respond or not. So LinkedIn understands your profile, your activity, and puts you in spotlight if you're active on LinkedIn. The second one is open to work, which is the very first smart strategy we used. The third one is have company connections. And this is where I want you to be really strategic with your activity on LinkedIn. If you are really actively looking for job opportunities in particular industry, in particular role, or the right kind of companies, you have to understand or you have to search for those right companies and start making connections with the employees, with HR, with CEOs, or the employees in the relevant departments working in those similar job roles, or those employees which could likely be your boss, let's say if you get into that company. You have to start making those connections so that the LinkedIn understands that you're actively well connected with the company from which the recruiter is searching for you. The fourth part is engage with that brand. If you have already identified those top 10, 25 companies you are really desperate to work for, you have to actively engage with those companies' LinkedIn profiles. You have to start liking, commenting those updates as well, so that recruiter understands that you are actively, seeking out opportunities. You are already engaged with this brand and you get into that spotlight. And the fifth part is past applicants. So if you are really active on LinkedIn, you get those job applications, you get those job posts on LinkedIn. If you're already, you're already interacted with those job posts for that company, you get spotlighted for the recruiter of that company. So if you are really active and strategic about it, you get into spotlight and the recruiter from that company finds you in spotlight. The fourth strategy, you have to be clickable. The first three strategies make sure that you are, hacking the SEO of LinkedIn. So you get into those top 100 profiles when the recruiter is actually searching for you. Now, the next thing is when you are in the search result, you have to make sure you are clickable. See, you get those split seconds to impress the recruiter. Otherwise, you are just one in thousands of professionals. To be clickable, you have to make sure these two things are spot on. You have that professional headshot. It correctly represents your brand and it's not, usual Instagram, Facebook type headshot. It's a professional headshot. And the second thing is recruiter sees your headline. So you have to have that killer headline. Don't go for that default headline that you are working in this job title for this company. Don't go for that default. Have a proper headline, crisp, short. You can also say actively looking for this type of role, or you can say expert in this much experience in this type of role. You can have that short and crisp headline exactly telling the recruiter that you are proficient, you are actively looking for that job role, and so that recruiter clicks on your profile in the search results. The fifth strategy is that finally you have to convince the recruiter, right? Now the recruiter has clicked on your profile in the search result. You have to make sure that when recruiter is looking at your profile, you are convincing the recruiter with the right signals. See, recruiter also wants to get the right candidate as fast as possible. So understand, recruiter has already searched for that job role, keywords, location. Recruiter has already gone through thousands of applicants. Now recruiter has seen you in the search result, has understood, has got impressed with your headline and the headshot, and recruiter is on your profile. This is super important. You have to make sure that your profile is super impressive to the recruiter. So don't be lazy with summary, experience, education, and certification. Make sure your profile is up to date, complete, and descriptive. You have to be active on LinkedIn. The recruiter should find that you're active, you're liking, commenting on relevant industry posts, professionals in your industry. Also, you're actively commenting and you're posting your own thoughts, some industry articles. You have to be active on LinkedIn. So these are all the smart strategies for attracting the right recruiters to your LinkedIn profile. As I've said earlier, LinkedIn is an ocean of opportunities. You have to just make sure right recruiters get attracted to your LinkedIn profile and get impressed. If you found this video useful, please do like and comment with your questions. I'll be personally answering all those questions. Also, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and LinkedIn. I really want you to implement these strategies right after this video. Till next time, bye bye.